Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's Weekend WIP, we're going to be working in one of these books. I have, well, these are all of the current WIPs that I have going, plus these two. I'm having a little issues trying to finish pages, but that's okay. And it's okay because I'm having fun still, I'm learning, and when coloring doesn't get to be fun, like when you feel your attention flagging, it's okay to move to the next thing. It's supposed to be engaging. It's supposed to be something to kind of just let you chill out and enjoy the process. And so, yes, I have a ton of WIPs, but I am having fun with what I've been doing. So I just need to decide which one I want to work on today, and then we'll get started. But I wanted to show you kind of what I'm working with this month so far. And that's not to mention the ones that I've done for the videos for the How I Color series. So yeah, it's been a thing this month again, but that's fine. Like I said, it's fine. It's good. So let me decide which book I'm going to color in, and I will be right back with you. All right, I decided to go with one that I had started previously and on a Weekend WIP, actually. So we're going to go with this one today. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Okay. I'm drinking apple cinnamon tea today, and I forgot to put my milk and honey in it, but it still tastes pretty good. All right, I'm going to try to use some Neo colors today. And I kind of have some ideas about what I want to do. So I want these little bats, I want them to be kind of purpley gray. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of gray and a little bit of the periwinkle. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So good morning, everyone. Well, it's definitely morning for me. And it's Saturday, which is different than it's been in the last few weeks because I've had to record earlier on my Weekend WIPs so that I could make sure to get them out to you on Saturdays. Excuse my voice. You can tell it's early morning. So it's actually Saturday morning, and I am thankful that we don't really have a whole lot going on today. That is making me a little bit happy. I think I want the inside of this pot to be like that crazy green color. So I'm going to grab my lime green, I think, and I'm going to add a little bit to him here and a little bit on his toes because that's kind of where the color would be going. Yeah. So not a whole lot to do today. I get to do some coloring. I'm going to try to catch up on some of the videos that I need to record. I am working hard on, oh, I forgot this little bit back here. Well, I can do that, no problem. I am working hard on, sorry, I just realized that I need to add a little bit of green, and I wonder if I can erase this. A little bit. Not great. That's something to keep in mind with Neo colors. They don't erase wonderfully. I'm going to add a little bit of green right here because okay. What was I talking about? Yep, that's right. Goodness gracious. I was talking about the fact that I am working hard on videos. Yes. And I've got several things I need to catch up on. I'm almost done with my next letter in my How I Color Alphabet series. I am, the one after that is going to be pretty quick and simple too. So hopefully I can get 2 of those out next week. I have my color along page picked out, I think. That's been the struggle for me this month, is that because the Camilla de Erica book won, and there are so many stinking cute pictures in there, and I wanted to pick one that a lot of people would appeal to a lot of people, but I think I'm making it harder on myself than I need to, and I just need to pick a page and go from there, which is normally why I have you guys pick the page, because I get so bogged down in the details and wanting to make sure that it's a page that everybody likes. But I'm just going to pick. We're just going to do that, and it's going to be okay. And then I've got a little Halloween thing that I want to film, so I need to get that pre-filmed so that I can release it how I'm envisioning it being released. Okay, I'm going to add a little darker purple to his wings. I think I want this one. This is violet. That's the only thing I don't like about the Neo Color 2s, is the color is at, well, maybe this one's just placed in the wrong spot, but the color is not all the way at the end. So as you're peeling off the paper from the Neo Color, you lose the color name. But I guess I could peel it off from this end. Like, it doesn't really matter what end I use. Yeah, I think I might do that, actually. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of purple here. And again, I've lost my train of thought. So talking about the Halloween videos I want to release. Yeah, I got that one. I've got, I kind of want to do like a 13 days of Halloween and release like a little, I don't know if it'll be a short or just like a shorter video each day. I'm really hoping that will come, like, actually happen now that I've said it on here. I just thought it would be a fun thing to do. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that one. Okay. I'm liking the way this is looking, I think. Sometimes it's hard to tell before you put the water on. So today is the first day that it's actually felt like fall in my city, and I am so excited. It's just been too hot and really making me worry a little bit for our future, you know. I need to find my towel. Where'd you go? Okay, well, I'm just gonna use paper towel. So I'm gonna start here and hope that this blends together pretty well. Now, I used Inktense on the background, so I don't know how that's going to be a little different. I forgot that I had a darker color at the top there. I can always add more color, but yeah, I think that gray was just a little too dark. So I'm going to add some more purple back in here probably. Okay. So what else? What else do I have going for the channel? I've got, oh, I did my second solo live yesterday, and that was an adventure. I took part in Emily Illustrator's Harry Potter-a-thon. So if you guys are available this weekend and have time to sit down and watch some YouTube, check out, I've got a link to the schedule on my channel. Check out some of the streamers. It's been really fun, especially if you like Harry Potter, because people are doing Harry Potter themed projects, and then there's been a lot of talk about Harry Potter. So yeah, it was fun. I at first I set up I scheduled a live, which I was really proud of. I was like, yeah, I figured out how to do that. That's awesome. Go me. Well, and then I realized that right before, when I was getting ready to start the stream, that it was telling me, because it was scheduled, and I'm sure that it's something that I did wrong because I don't know what I'm doing with YouTube, but because it said, since I selected a scheduled stream, that I had to use some kind of streaming software, and I don't have any streaming software. I just use YouTube straight across. So then I had to redo the link for my live, and then I had to get all of that set up, and I've managed to get it set up right before I was scheduled to go live. Again, I was pretty proud of myself. I had my webcam set up. I had my computer right here with me. Everything was good. And I got started, and then about 20 minutes in, my internet died. And I just kind of lost it at that point. I was like, I don't know what to do now. And then I tried to like get it to restart, and then I tried to restart the stream, and nothing was working. So I had to start a new stream, but my webcam wouldn't work. So then I had to hook up my phone and go through and set up another thing and get everything figured out, redo the description and all. I mean, it just kept coming. But then finally I was able to get back on, and it went pretty well. I think it was really fun to do. I had a wonderful page that I was working on, which I showed you a minute ago. I can show you again. I did finish the character, except for her earrings. But this is Luna, and I think she looks really cute. So I just have to finish the areas around the outside of her. And I have a plan for that. So that's the good news. Okay, I am going to add a little bit more color to this guy, but I got to let him dry. So I'm going to work on this little guy back here. I'm going to make him a little darker. So I am going to start with the gray again. I know I just said this was too dark, but yeah. So in the stream yesterday, I had some fun Luna Lovegood trivia, and there were several questions on there that I had no idea about. But there were a couple people who were straight up Harry Potter, like, pros. They knew everything, dealing with the book, dealing with the movies. It was amazing. There was only one question I was able to stump them. And but yeah, everything else was pretty, well, it wasn't easy, but there were several questions that I knew. And I've labeled myself a Harry Potter fan, but I guess I'm just not to the extent that these other people were. We did also talk a little bit about books that have been made into movies, and like which ones are good and which ones are bad. And I have a whole list now of new shows to watch, new movies to watch. So that's always one of the best things about, oh, that is way too much water. That's always one of the best things about the streams, is you can find out, you talk to everybody and you just find out new stuff. Okay, he's very purple now. Gosh darn it, I can't get that color combo right. Well, it is what it is. Let's see, what else? We've got, like I said, no plans today. So I'm going to work on some videos. I'm going to finally get my house decorated for Halloween. My daughter has been asking for the past week. We've got a few things up. I bought a couple things at the grocery store with her this week, and we just went ahead and put those up. We have a light post in our front yard, and there is just this giant shrub that's grown up and like wrapped itself around it. So it's this big bushy thing with the light sticking out of the top of it now. And is this dry? Ugh, it's not dry yet. I'm going to do the inside of the ears. Let's do a little bit of this color, purple. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of that in there and see how that goes. So yeah, so with this bush, it's like it's starting to, there's parts of it that are starting to die, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to cut it all back. But before we did, there's like this big part in the middle that faces the street that just all of the leaves have fallen off for some unknown reason. And before we cut it all back, I bought these two big giant googly eyes at the store and stuck them right in the middle of the dead patch, so it looks like there's a monster's face, and then like the shrub is all of its fur and stuff. It looks pretty funny. I thought it was cute. Okay, more green. Let's do this inside here. I think I'm going to have the ghosts be a little bit green too. Oh wait, I want to add, what color do I want to add? Grass green? Yeah. Look at the bottom here. I love this combination for ghosty things, this green combination. It's like that bright yellowy green and then a nice vibrant green. Okay, I'm not going to do the cauldron because I want to figure out how to do the flames and then have like a little reflection around it. So, and I don't know how to do that exactly with these watercolor pencils. So let's focus on some pumpkins. I've got, let's see, I've got this golden yellow and the orange and the flame red, which I never understood why that's called flame red. Okay, let's do this. And then what else did we get at the store? I got a cute little yard stake thing. It's a little ghost, so we stuck that out there. We have a bunch of like gravestones and things to put outside, so we'll get that done, and we have some fun indoor decorations to put out too. I told her that we have to clean before we do that, and she's not looking forward to that. So, I mean, it's not like major stuff, but we need to make sure that we dust and, you know, pick up the crap that is everywhere because, boy, and it's not my kids, it's my daughter. My daughter and myself. I'm going to take some of the blame. We have a tendency to leave our stuff everywhere. And it just gets to the point that there's no space left. I'm sure I've heard a couple of the YouTubers on here talk about how they like things to be neat and tidy, and they would just walk in my house and go, "Oh my gosh, how do you live like this?" It's not dirty. My house isn't dirty, but it is messy. Like, I've been to people's houses where it's dirty and you're just like, ooh. But it is messy. I do have clutter and quite a bit of it. So, okay, let's do some pumpkins. I'm going to start here and work my way. I'm not sure how I like these Neo colors on this paper. They're not as vibrant. Although when I did the Inktense background, I did have to go through a couple of times and add color in, add more color on top. So maybe once it dries and I add another layer, it'll look a little bit better. This has been the approach that I've taken on most of my pages lately. It's been like, typically before when I would start a page, I would work on my background. Unless it was a portrait, then I always do the skin first, but I would work on my background and then I would move to then move on to different elements, but always working from the back to the front. And on the pages I've been doing lately, I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want to color this mushroom now, or I kind of want to color their eyes, or you know what I mean? Like I'm jumping from object to object, even as I'm jumping from page to page. So that's been fun. I am completing some. I will say that I am completing some of them. It's just not a ton. All right, let's use this purple color around the outside. And then on his ears, we're going to use more of this color in the center. And just above his nose. See if I can make that look like a little... Sorry, I'm a little focused here. Yeah, that already looks better with just that second coat. And it's just a little bit more color. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. All right, I feel better about that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I have been doing, like I said, a lot of coloring. The kids were on fall break this week, and let me tell you this. Okay, so we've had a lovely fall break for the most part. So there is my daughter lives in a town that is really close to just the cutest little like town that you've ever seen, and it's very fall centric because right down the road from it there's a beautiful state park that we typically go to in the fall and turn into those leafers. We come down and just look at the leaves, and the leaves haven't quite started turning here yet, but it's still a beautiful park. So we were going to spend some time in the little town, go into like the shops and stuff, and then go over to the park and just play in nature for a little while. And my daughter, so we went down and picked her up, and it was myself and my other two kids and then my daughter. So I had all my kiddos with me. I was super happy. I was just letting them do whatever they wanted. We went into whatever stores they wanted. We had whatever they wanted for lunch. And just had a really fun time in the town. And then in turn, they let me take some pictures of them. That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. But so then we got to the park, and it was lovely, and we were driving through, and the first little lookout area that we got to, we pulled off, and it's beautiful, and I went to park, and because I'm in a newer car, I didn't realize how long the front of the car is now. And there were some rocks, some lovely, a lovely shelf of rocks that were set up to be like the parking dividers, and I just ran right over top of them. And it was just like this horrendous sound. And then I backed up, and of course, as I backed up, whatever was stuck on the rocks just came right off. And yeah, so I tore something off the bottom of my car. It's some kind of plate or something. The car drives fine, so I'm able to drive still until we can get it fixed. But I was mad. I caused a little bit of ADD, or not ADD. What is it? I don't know, like flashbacks for my kiddos, because the last time we were at a state park was when we were stuck there for hours on end because our car was not drivable anymore. So I like caused them my son was like, I hate parks. He wasn't being serious, but he got really frustrated and really angry. He had to remove himself from the situation. He wasn't mad at me. He was mad at the situation. Like, he understood that I didn't do it on purpose, but as soon as he found out that we were able to drive on the car, he was much better. He was like, I just didn't want to be stuck in a park for hours on end again. I was like, yeah, I feel ya. I didn't either. And then after that, we didn't stay at the park because we were all of our moods kind of went a little downhill. And it was a beautiful day, and it was just such a bummer. Just such a bummer that happened. But then after we left the park, we went to my daughter recommended this ice cream place that she'd been to a few times down in her town, and it was wonderful. I had a caramel apple crunch ice cream in a waffle cone, and the ice cream was wonderful. The waffle cone was wonderful. It was amazing. And the kiddos were happy. We all had ice cream. Everybody felt a little bit better. Yeah. And then we went to visit my cousin that lives down in the town with my daughter. And so that was a nice little visit too. So yeah, it was interesting. An interesting interesting day. It felt like a couple of days. It was only one day. It's only one day. But yeah, so we did that, and then for the most part, that's been it. My daughter got to go and hang out with a friend of hers for the day. So she was happy. She's been able to talk to her other friends like on FaceTime or whatever. I don't think it's FaceTime. I think they're doing like a Google Meet because not everybody has iPhones. My daughter doesn't actually have, she has an iPhone, but it's an old iPhone and it doesn't do texts or calls. But she can do like all of the other apps and stuff on it. I told her that she wasn't getting a phone until she was in 7th grade, and she's only in 5th grade. So she's already hounding me about it, which good luck with that. Although secretly, don't tell her, but I feel like I'm probably going to cave sooner for her because she's going to be an only kid, and she's going to have times where she needs to get in touch with me, and she's going to need a phone, I think. I hate to say it, but I think that's probably going to happen. Okay. All right, there's a cute purpley gray bat. A little heavier on the purple side, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to add some more color to this guy. I am going to add a little bit more gray. And then more purple. I wasn't sure how the water mediums would do on this cardstock because this is just the same cardstock that I've used for everything else. It's not like a watercolor cardstock or anything, but it seems to be holding up okay. It's a little warpy, but not bad. Okay. Let's see what else. Trying to think of anything else that I've got going on. I feel like I've talked your ear off in the last, how long have we been doing this? Oh, it's almost a half hour. Not too bad. So regarding the lives, it might be a once in a while kind of thing, but it's not probably something I'm going to do as often as some of the other streamers. Like, I know some people have weekly streams, some people have every other week. If I do it, it might be like once a month. It's just, it's a little anxiety inducing. Once I'm in it, I think I'm okay, but it's the lead up, and it is, you know, if things go wrong, which you kind of have to plan for because things will inevitably go wrong. It's just kind of how life works. Okay. I want to add a little bit more purple. So I'm just going to take it straight from the crayon instead of trying to. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that is really wet. Dang it. Yeah, okay. I like that. I just wanted to be a little bit more purple. If you guys have any ideas of more tutorials that you would like to see, or not necessarily tutorials, but like how I color, I do have the rest of the alphabet to get through, but I want to do some more because I really do like that part of it, and it seems like you guys are enjoying those. So yeah, if you have any ideas for things, leave me a note in the comments. I'm up for pretty much anything, even if it's something that I, you know, might kind of have to figure out as I as I go. Or color. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of zoning out here on my page. Yeah, okay, I like that. Nice thing about Neo colors too is you can go back in and move things around if it's not quite what you were looking to do. No, I'm gonna wait on that one. All right, let me do this grass really quick, and then we'll probably be done for the day. I want to do like a bluish green kind of grass. I don't want it to be too bright, but I do want it to get a little brighter around here. So how do I want to do that? Let's try these 3 colors. Yeah, let's try these 3 colors and see how we do. So I've got yellow green, which I'm going to do around the fire. Okay, then I'm going to do a little bit of emerald. Just a little bit, and then I'll go to the other one. Then we're going to go to dark green. I'm going to be careful around the pumpkins that I don't get the green into them. And this is definitely going to be another one where I'm going to have to add another layer, so it's going to look like crazy when I first do it. Okay, and then I'm going to use this malachite green. Actually, I'm going to extend this dark green and then use the malachite over top, because that'll help. It won't be so blue. It'll still be green, but it will have that blue tint. Let's see how we like that. Okay. All right, let's see. I might I might ask you guys for help again with deciding what ones to do next, what images to do next. Maybe I'll put a poll up of like the pictures of the pages that I have going, and you guys can help me decide which ones to finish. Sometimes it's just easier to let somebody else make that decision. I try to get my family involved in choosing my pages and stuff on occasion, and they're just like, I don't care. You're going to color what you want to color anyway. You're not going to do, even if I suggest something, you're going to pick something else. And I'm like, well, maybe, but it is helpful to get an idea of what you like. Whether I agree with it is a completely different topic, but okay. All right, I'm going to bring some of this green in here. Yeah, when you first put the neocolors down, they don't like to move as much as they would on a different paper. Okay. Yeah, get off of there. Okay. Also, when I have those harsh lines, I clean off my brush and come back in with a clean brush and try to buff them out a little bit, and that kind of helps it blend and move a little bit better. I always do black cats, but I think I'm going to do a white cat on this one. I also don't know if I said it or not, but this page is a PDF from Edwina McNamee. She has a whole series. She does have physical books too, and they are all printed on Amazon paper. And I just wanted to try out a couple of her images, so I did end up buying the book on Etsy. But yeah, Edwina McNamee. I think this one is, I don't know, she has an Autumn Magic, and she also has like Autumn Dreamlings. I think this might be the Dreamlings one. Yeah, I think that'll be that'll be cute once I get the second layer on there. What else? I kind of want these mushrooms to look like they're glowing too. So I'm trying to figure out how, like, what colors I want to use. What would be fun colors? Yeah, I don't know about that yet. So yeah, I'm gonna let this guy dry, and then I'll come back and play with them some more. But yeah, I'll probably end up you'll probably see a poll here soon asking what page to finish. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do love these weekend WIPs. It's even if I, struggle sometimes to think of what to say, it's fun to just kind of talk and know that somebody out there is listening. And if I, completely screw up my wording, there's not as much pressure when I'm not live. I can always, edit videos or whatever, but I don't usually for the weekend WIPs. It's just, if I have to film a couple different times, I just string things together. I usually don't cut things out. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.